This is a story of historic progress, a story that doesn't exist without you. Our unifying effort in 3 decades of action demonstrates our commitment and endurance. And our progress thus far shows that a polio-free world is achievable. Individuals, clubs, partners, and governments share a collective vision to improve the health of every single child. We've eliminated polio in some of the most difficult places, overcoming obstacles and navigating complex issues. Our successes prove that polio will be eradicated, and while ending a global disease is not easy, as Rotary, we don't give up. We'll continue our fight until each child is protected. This isn't possible without you. So stay involved, keep pushing forward, engage your clubs and communities. Start a social media conversation and increase visibility on the importance of this global effort. Hold events and fundraisers on World Polio Day and throughout the year. Advocate to governments about the importance of supporting polio eradication. Make a contribution and invest in one of the largest health initiatives ever. Be a character in our story. Be the solution to our challenge. It's because of each and every one of you that we will improve our future by making polio a disease of the past. Eradication is possible. So let's keep our promise.
All right. So fellow Rotarians and friends, Rotary leaders and our district governors from this great Zone 10A, thank you for being with us tonight. Please join me as we welcome our host for this evening, this momentous event. She will be our Masters of Ceremony. Please join me as we welcome our very able, very dedicated and tireless advocate to end polio now, no other than our End Polio Now coordinator, past district governor Mary Ann Mean Solomon of District 3860, our host and Masters of Ceremonies for the evening.
Thank you very much, Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, past District Governor Penny. Good evening and good morning to whatever part of the world you are from. It's an international event, not just limited to Zone 10A. We see friends from Australia, from the United States, and I even see some from Bangladesh who know some of my End Polio Now coordinators from the other parts of the world will be joining in as well. At this time, we'd like to formally start after the call to order by Gov Penny with an invocation. Let us give honor to the Lord above. I'd like to call past District Secretary, the District Polio Coordinator of District 3780, Arnel Abrenica, from the Rotary Club of Timog.
Okay, for the invocation, let us pray to bless us all tonight. Father, pray today that you will draw us, you will soften us our hearts, you will remind us the gift of gentleness, that you would show us through your name on how to live in love by day. We pray that you will forgive us of our sins and open our eyes and hearts of forgiveness for others in our lives. We ask that you will help us to guard our speech. We would be life-giving and glorifying to you. We are grateful for the time in our lives. Make our Polio Summit 2022 an opening eyes to encourage us in our goals and programs. This Rotary year, in your holy name,
Thank you, Arnel. Now we would like to pay respect to the different national anthems, starting with the national anthem of Canada and followed by the national anthem of the United States of America, the national anthem of Australia, and the national anthem of the Philippines.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath the radiant southern cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage, let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Bayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyat ka ng magiliw, sa manlulupi, kita masisingil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo baha. May ilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang tinawaan. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y nagumpay na nagigiling. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan magpapit magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng maraming pagsika, layalangin sa likod. Aming ligaya naman may mamagin, at namatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Once again, I'd like to request everyone to rename themselves, starting with their district, their acronym of their position, their name, and their Rotary Club. And mute yourself if you have no speaking parts. So to formally welcome us tonight, we'd like to call our host, who has graciously and generously provided the Zoom hosting, no less than the District Governor of the Rotary Club of, Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City, from the Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City of District 3780, District Governor Florian Enriquez.
Good evening, Zone 10A Philippines. This is it. Welcome to our virtual Polio Summit 2022, hosted by my district, District 3780. When I first heard that our RI President will be going to have an impact tour in selected countries, although I imagine what is the probability of her visiting our country, I never lose hope that this day will come. Well, I realize that probability has nothing to do with the power of imagination. So, my dear Rotarians, let me acknowledge the presence of the first female RI president of our beloved organization, Rotary International President, Ms. Jennifer Jones. We have also here past Rotary International President, Mr. John Germ, Chair of the International Polio Plus Committee, Mr. Michael McGovern, Rotary International Director, Ms. Jessie Harman, and past Rotary International Directors, Mr. Robert Hall, Mr. Guillermo Mangan, and Mr. Rafi Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philippines is a polio-free country, but it doesn't mean that the case might not happen again. So in order to prevent this from happening, we, the districts from Zone 10A, are doing our best to make sure that polio will never exist on any of our 7,640 islands. The COVID-19 pandemic greatly affected our country, but it didn't stop us to contribute to our obligations, especially in helping this world to totally eradicate the remaining 0.1% of polio cases. I always believe in the word of our RI president that if polio exists anywhere, it could exist everywhere. This is why I am so honored that our RI officials are with us tonight to help us to encourage more Rotarians to contribute to our End Polio campaign. On behalf of our District 3780, I hope that this virtual meeting will greatly help us to imagine a world without polio. So my dear Rotarians, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope for the success of the End Polio celebration in each district, not only in our zone, but in all zones and all clubs around the world. Together, we imagine Rotary.
Thank you very much, Govflor. True indeed, together we imagine Rotary. Together we imagine to make the world polio-free. To introduce each and every one of our dignitaries, and in general, I'd like to call one of the hardworking district polio coordinators from the Rotary Club of Central Pampanga, District Polio Coordinator Carla Espinosa.
Thank you, Govman. It is an honor and privilege to acknowledge the presence of our esteemed speakers who will be properly introduced later. From Rotary International President Jennifer Jones, past Rotary International President John Germ, International Polio Plus Committee Chair Michael McGovern, Rotary International Director Jessie Harman, past Rotary International Director Robert Hall, past Rotary International Director Guillermo Mangan, past Rotary International Director Rafi Garcia, our Rotary Regional Coordinators, Regional Rotary Foundation Chair, past District Governor Penny Policarpio, together with the Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinators, Endowment and Major Gifts Advisor, past District Governor June Farcon, together with the Assistant Endowment and Major Gifts, International Polio Plus Committee Member, and Polio Now Coordinator, past District Governor Mary Ann Solomon, together with my fellow District Polio Coordinators and her and Polio Now classmates, Regional Rotary Coordinator, past District Governor Onya Reyes, and the Assistant Regional Rotary Coordinator, Regional Public Image Coordinator, past District Governor Ernie Chowa, with the Assistant Regional Public Image Coordinator, Regional Ambassador of the Empowering Girls, past District Governor Lina Aurelio, Philippine College of Rotary Governors, Chairman, past District Governor Rolando Oyan Villanueva, Co-Chair, past District Governor Dindo Berino. From Philippine Rotary Magazine Foundation Incorporated, Past District Governor Chito Borromeo. Philippine Rotary Magazine Chair, past District Governor Sani Colomo. From districts with the past and future governors, district officers, club presidents, fellow Rotarians and Rotaractors led by the 10 district governors of the Zone 10A, District Governor of this District 3770, District Governor Marcelino Noli Garcia, District 3780, District Governor Angelito Biong Ladius, District Governor Ana Maria Lorenzana, our District Governor from District 3790, District 3800, District Governor Oji Bobby Soliman, District Governor Joyce Ambray from 3810, District 3820, District Governor Gina C. District 3830, District Governor Mildred Vitangcol. District 3850, District Governor Jan Michael Nang. District 3860, District Governor Lilu Alino. District 3870, District Governor Angelo Biong Ladu. And our friends from the Regional South Pacific Office team led by Grace Ramirez and Team Rose Ong, Mark Anderson, and Gretchen. Our visiting Rotarians from other countries, Suzanne Rhea of the World's Greatest Meal. In the event that I miss someone, you will be acknowledged later. Thank you and good day.
Thank you very much, Carla. Perhaps a little correction. District Governor of District 3780 is Governor Florian Enriquez. Governor Biong Ladub is from District 3870. And the District Governor of 3800 is District Governor Arturo Bobby Tanyag. Likewise, we acknowledge the presence of a very good friend from Bangladesh. We have Shireen. I see her in the chat room. She's here, Shireen Anis, the wife. Hi, Shireen. Thank you for joining us. And now, congratulations for the attempt of introducing each and everyone. I know it's no joke, protocol observed, as they say. But at this point, we now want to hear first the message of our RI President. But before that, we'd like to call on District Governor of District 3860 from the Rotary Club of Cebu, Gloria Maris, all the way from Surigao, District Governor Lilo Alino, to introduce our RI President. Gov. Lilo.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Our esteemed speaker is a Canadian communications executive, the founder and president of Media Street Productions Incorporated, an award-winning company in Windsor, Ontario. She is a proud member of the Rotary Club of Windsor, Roseland, Ontario, Canada. As the first woman president of Rotary International in its 117th year of existence, she urges us, Rotarians, to dream big and take action and imagine the so many possibilities in the change that we can make to transform the world. As president, she oversees Rotary's top goal of eradicating polio, believing that, and I quote, "There is no better proof point of our impact than our efforts to eradicate polio, and our collective efforts can change lives for generations to come." End of quote. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, please welcome with warmth, joy, and pride, Rotary International President Jennifer Jones.
Greetings, my Rotary family. World Polio Day is always a wonderful opportunity to take note of our incredible progress and to talk about the final steps necessary to end polio now. But this year, it's special. Polio has returned to the headlines, and it's again striking fear. We know that the whole world is watching. And while we don't want anyone to live in fear, we should be grateful for this focus. We know that if the polio virus exists anywhere, it threatens children everywhere. This fact inspires your continuing hard work, dedication, donations, and advocacy. We're on the brink of eradicating polio because of you, and I want to thank you for it. And I want to add a special thank you to the people on the front lines, everyone working to vaccinate children in Pakistan. I had the opportunity to meet some of them during my recent visit, and I want to share with you a little bit of that experience.
स्टार्टिंग वहां से करना यूपीआई से
आप इसका हाउस नंबर
I just want to take an opportunity while I'm here with all of you to say thank you. What you're doing is incredibly powerful, meaningful, life-saving work. We're so close to polio being gone, and it's because of you that we're going to cross the finish line, and we're going to make sure every child is protected. So thank you. From one woman to another, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you.
I'm so inspired by these amazing healthcare workers, and I hope they inspire you too. So please, donate your money, donate your time, and keep reminding everyone you know that the fight is theirs too. Together, let's give this amazing gift to the children of the world.
Thank you, President Jennifer. Actually, it's really early now in Evanston, and she'll try to come in later within the program. At this point, we would like to be inspired by real people who lead the way and walk the talk. Let's hear from our very own past RI director from the Rotary Club of Makati West. Let's welcome with a resounding warm of applause, past RI Director Guilherme Tumangan.
Thank you very much, past DC Governor Man, for your kind invitation. President Jen, my fellow Rotarians, guests, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I only have 3 questions for tonight. 1, what if? 2, what now? 3, what for? To those least informed, the nagging question is, why do we have to continue raising funds for polio eradication? The top of mind issue is funds, F-U-N-D-S. Number 1, I ask, what if, because of 2 worry areas, what if the repeated missed deadlines to wipe out polio spark more criticism, more fake news, more awareness? And what if the private-public partnership for this 1 billion a year battle is not sustained? For us, who continue to monitor the progress of End Polio Now, we know the answer. You and I, all of you here at the gallery, we know the answer. The battle continues until the last case of polio is closed. We were consoled when COVID-19 did not strike the children. We fully realize that ending polio will mean no child will have to experience the devastating long-term effect of the disease again. COVID-19 reinforced our knowledge that if we fail at ending polio, the polio virus can reappear around the world. It just be in the corner. Number 2, what now? Philippine Rotary especially, we are wiser because of COVID-19. We know more about the science of vaccine preventable diseases. We know that self-control is key to protecting ourselves and preventing transmission. But, again I said, but, will Philippine pride in creating awareness about the threat of polio in piloting the first 3H grant for national immunization? And in September 1979, with then RA President Bomar, made the first immunization of a Filipino child. And in having a Filipino Rotary International president, led the successful fundraiser for Polio Plus and Philippines being declared polio-free in the year 2000 when I became also governor, by the way. Will this knowledge and pride be enough to rekindle the desire to make history for polio? As the song goes in The Greatest Showman, it's never enough. It's never enough. You can sing that song if you want. What now? After experiencing COVID-19, do we have the confidence that we have increased our capacity and ability to adapt to the challenges of vaccine hesitancy and preventable diseases or epidemic? What has been the impact of this global effort? The World Health Organization reported that COVID-19 vaccination proved the value of the polio network for resilient health and system. So our vaccination system on polio became the barometer of WHO. The report provided evidence on the role of the polio workforce in COVID-19 vaccine rollout, vaccine delivery, and essential immunization in at least 20 countries where they are present. And number 3, what for? What for? Our collective effort will never be enough for as long as there are vaccine preventable diseases. And so we must continue to invest. Again, I said, and so we must continue to invest in people who are deeply committed to protect all of us, especially the children, the vulnerable, and the hard-to-reach families from suffering. And what for? The reappearance of the polio virus will set us back big time all our peace-building efforts in the other 6 areas of focus. It will be nothing if we don't pursue eradicating polio. This, to me, fellow Rotarians, people of action, selfless global citizens, is what our gathering today is all about. Whatever personal decision you make today, chart the course of planetary health. I hope that by the end of this summit of hearts, of minds, and hands, everything that will be said and done will be vivid answers to this question. Number 1, what if? Number 2, what now? And number 3, what for? Before I end, I would like to appeal to my fellow Rotarians to please support and be a member of the Polio Plus Society. Let us give our share. After all, we are all Rotarians, and when we pledge that I'm a member in good standing, let's support the project and programs of Rotary. And polio now, Rotary's #1 priority, our promise to the children reward. Rotary does not renege on its commitment. I pray that together we kindle the passion to spare children from suffering and death. Together, spark a new interest in the science, art, and love for being in the forefront to set in motion innovative approaches to look beyond ending polio and look forward, healthy, resilient, and peaceful. Thank you and good evening to all of you. Let's support our project and our appeal for you for end polio now. Thank you, good evening and good morning.
Thank you very much, Direct Gillier. That was so inspiring, and you were very emphatic in your message. Together, we will end polio now. And another inspiring speaker who walks the talk and lead the way with his generous contribution as well to the Polio Fund. Let's all welcome all the way from San Francisco, past RI Director from the Rotary Club of Pasig, Director Rafi Garcia. Direct Rafi.
Good morning. I need screen sharing. I need screen sharing.
Okay, Direct. Tech support, screen sharing for Direct Rafi, please.
Go ahead, Gov.
All right, thank you.
Fellow Rotarians, Rotary dignitaries, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. It's 3:38 in the morning here in San Francisco. So you can imagine how sleepy I am. This thing's not working yet. Thank you for allowing me to deliver this short inspirational message on Polio Plus at this virtual Zone 10A Polio Summit 2022. The Philippines was where it all started. On September 29, 1979, then Rotary International President Jim Bomar gave the first 2 drops of the oral polio vaccine to a child in Makati, Guadalupe Viejo, at the site behind the present building of the Rotary Club of Makati. As our very own Matt Caparas said when he opened up the ceremonies on that fateful day, and I quote, "We are here to mark the beginning of a very small beginning of what we hope will be a great thing, the total eradication from the face of the earth of a dreaded disease, poliomyelitis." And indeed, since 1979, Rotary has been on the forefront of the fight to eradicate polio, only the second disease that can be eradicated by man. Let me bring you first to 2008 when I was invited to join a National Immunization Day in India. National Immunization Days are huge events in India. You need 2.3 million vaccinators with 155,000 supervisors. 203 million houses are visited, and 172 million children under the age of 5 are vaccinated. On subnational immunization days, 70 million plus children are vaccinated in the highest risk areas. The vaccinators actually go from house to house looking for children to be vaccinated. But for Rotarian vaccinators, especially foreign ones, they usually set them up at a vaccination center to minimize risk and exposure. I was assigned to assist in a vaccination center in Mumbai, one of the most populated cities in India. If you think the poor people who live in the slums of Tondo and Manila live in squalor and filth, it is nothing compared to what they have to endure in Mumbai. In Mumbai, multiple families share one living space, where each family is given about 8 hours each to occupy the space and sleep, while the 2 other families they share the space with have 8 hours to go and work and another 8 hours before they return to sleep again. You can imagine how many people there are, especially when they are getting ready to switch places. This is not working. There are 15 million people in Mumbai, or there were 15 million people in Mumbai in 2008. There are over 20 million now. We set up ourselves in the vaccination center to start vaccinating as many children as we could. Children who missed getting the vaccine on National Immunization Day usually ended up getting crippled for life because there was no cure once the virus takes hold of a child's body. I had a Rotary moment when I inoculated a little girl whose mother kept crying and wailing. Over and over she kept shouting, "Shukriya, Shukriya." The Indian worker explained to me that the mother was thanking me for saving her daughter. He said that last year the woman was planning to bring her son in for inoculation, but she got busy and forgot about it. Shortly after, her son was afflicted with polio, and now he was already paralyzed. But this was not going to happen to her daughter, because I had come to inoculate her and save her life. That's why she kept thanking me over and over. Shukriya, Shukriya. It was like having the power of God. Those that you inoculated would be saved, while those that you did not or could not would be crippled for life. That is how powerful the Polio Plus program is. I felt the emotion of the moment, and I too started to cry. To mark those children that we were able to inoculate, we put an indelible ink mark on one of their fingers. With their National Immunization Days, India was declared polio-free in 2014. I feel so proud that I had contributed to that in some little way. The Philippines was first declared polio-free in 2000, along with other Western Pacific countries. But an outbreak was declared by the WHO in September 16, 2019, when a 3-year-old girl in Lanao was found to have symptoms of acute flaccid paralysis. Tests confirmed that the child had vaccine-derived poliovirus type 2. Fortunately, last June 11, 2020, the WHO made the announcement that the outbreak had been contained and the Philippines was again polio-free. And now, let me bring you to 2022. A few months ago, around June 2022, I was told by Martin Suter, the husband of District 3830 past District Governor Edna Suter, that then TRF Trustee Chair John Germ had told him that we might fall short of the $50 million that we had to raise in order to qualify for the double matching by the Bill and Melissa Gates Foundation. I usually send my annual contribution to the Rotary Foundation just before the end of the Rotary year, so that I could decide where to send the funds. This way I could help my district if it was trying to win with contributions either to the annual fund or to polio. We usually encourage our Rotarians to give to the annual fund so that 50% can come back as DDFs 3 years later. But with the information from TRF Trustee Chair John Germ, we had no choice. I had to send my 100,000 contribution to polio. And I convinced my son-in-law, RC Pasig past President Dr. Nick Guzman, to also send his TRF contribution to polio to make sure we would get up to 50 million to get the 100 million double match. But there is good news as well. Our club, the Rotary Club of Pasig, ranked 4th among all Rotary clubs in the whole world for its contribution of 144,641 to Polio Plus, behind Forsyth County of District 6910, Toronto of District 7070, Ontario, Canada, and Brooklyn Park of 5950 of Minnesota. We were just a few dollars ahead of the Rotary Club of Coronado, which is the club of PAS RI Director Ron Bubien, who was also the aide of PAS RI President John Germ. And my contribution of $100,000 to Polio Plus was the highest individual contribution in the world, with my son-in-law's 44,641 coming in second. That's a signal honor. Imagine two Filipinos being the highest givers in the world to the eradication of polio. Let us keep it up. Let us keep our promise to the children of the world to eliminate only the second disease from the face of this earth. I urge all of you to join us in the fight against polio. Join me and my son-in-law, Dr. Nick Guzman, as we again give all our TRF contributions next year to Polio Plus. In fact, I may be able to convince my son, past President Rami Garcia, to step up to the chair circle, making us not only the only family in Rotary with 3 AKS members, but 3 Rotarian members who are in the trustee circle, the chair circle, as well as the foundation circle. Remember, 0 is the magic number. Thank you very much, and good evening.
Thank you very much, Direct Rafi, and hopefully we will also have the same generosity from you, your son-in-law, and your other son, who's the district polio coordinator, Rami. Direct Rafi, do we hear a confirmation on that? I'm putting you on the spot. Unmute yourself, Direct.
Not my contribution, that is my son's contribution, so we will have to wait for him to make that decision.
Okay, and thank you very much for waking up at 3 in the morning. Is that right? 3 in the morning in San Francisco?
Yes, it is now 3:49.
Okay, thank you very much. And you have inspired a lot of us. At present, we have 329 in the Zoom, and others are watching live stream via the Facebook of Rotary International District 3780. So thank you, Direct Rafi. So to our past RI directors, Gilead Tumangan and past RI Director Rafi, thank you for leading the way and walking the talk. At this point, we'd like to hear the Polio Plus updates from the International Polio Plus Committee Chair, past Rotary International Vice President, Michael McGovern. As much as he would like to be with us now, he was called to attend the pledging in Berlin with WHO. But nonetheless, he sent this recording all the way from Berlin. Play video, please.
Good day, everyone. This is Mike McGovern, the chair of the Rotary International Polio Plus Committee. Sorry I'm not able to be with you personally today, but unfortunately there were other appointments at the same time. We're closer than ever to ending polio. Those of you, particularly in the Philippines, have worked on this harder than anyone else in Rotary for a longer period in Rotary. It remains the #1 humanitarian priority of Rotary International. Now, I'm very pleased that in the last couple of years, we've been very active trying to reach the goal in our strategy of ending by the end of 2023 any new wild polio virus cases. We can see that we're down to 1 cluster in the Philippines. It's been very quiet, very good in Afghanistan, with the government allowing more house-to-house vaccinations all the time. That's very important. But Rotarians have continued to invest. In the last 2 years, we immunized over 391 million doses of the vaccine to children across the world. We have continued to respond to outbreaks around the world, and we have also done all we can to make sure that Africa remains polio-free. We have had a few cases there. Those are disappointing. You know, there's also concern about the couple of cases that we've had, either environmental samples or actual cases in London and New York and Jerusalem and in some other places as well. Fortunately, we have this new vaccine that is available in areas like New York. They're using the IPV, the injectable or inactivated polio vaccine. And all of that gives us hope that with the narrowing of where polio actually is, for the most part, and with the new vaccine and with the continued generosity and focus of Rotarians around the world, that we can deliver more vaccines, we can have more mothers and fathers accept the vaccine for their children, and that we can fulfill that dream of a polio-free world. So thank you. I'm sure you'll be getting much, much more information on the exact number of cases and those issues from others. But I just want to pause and particularly thank the leadership in the Philippines. Your past directors have been terrific. Your foundation coordinators, me and now as the current End Polio Now coordinator, and all those from so many districts who work with her and who worked in polio, because together we will end polio.
Thank you very much, Mike. There'll be good news, although the news was already released that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will still donate $1.2 billion to polio. So thank you very much. More good news after the Berlin pledging from Mike McGovern in the next days to follow. Now we would like to hear from our past RI president, the chair for End Polio Countdown to History chair, past RI President John Germ. However, he is still in transit and hopefully he will appear. He'll surprise us later on. So we will now proceed to the message, the inspirational message from our Rotary International Director from Australia, who is also in Evanston and woke up early at 5 in the morning to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rotary International Director Jessie Harman.
Mabuhay. Mabuhay. It is lovely to see you all this evening. It's this morning for me. It's almost 6 a.m. and as Meanne said, I'm here in Chicago, in Evanston for the board meeting. I want to, I guess, echo Mark's thanks to you all. You've been fantastic supporters of our polio eradication initiative, and your contributions over many years have made a very significant difference. We're all doing different things to support polio, and this month I'm walking. And in fact, some of you are sponsoring me to walk, and I'm deeply appreciative of that. But, as I've been walking, it's given me time to think about why this polio eradication initiative is so important to me. And on one level, it is about saving children, as parents of children, grandparents of children. We don't want any child to suffer the disabling effects of polio. But I think for me, our polio eradication initiative is an incredible way that we demonstrate the power of Rotary. The power to imagine a better world, the power to take on a truly audacious goal. The power to mobilise billions of dollars and absolutely countless thousands of hours of volunteer time. The power to partner, with some of the world's most important health policy and philanthropic organisations. It is incredible, the power of Rotary, and I think our polio eradication initiative demonstrates that better than anything else. We really are so close, but we continue to need your support in this final little stretch of the road. We absolutely need your support. But, we will do this. As Mark McGovern said, we will do this. We will eradicate this scourge of a disease. And when we do, it will arguably be our finest moment. So thank you very much for all of your support. Give as much as you can, to get us to the end. And when we do, you will know that you have played an incredibly important part in eradicating polio. So thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Jesse, and for waking up early also this morning in Evanston, Chicago. And I know you were just in the Philippines recently, and we really appreciate your visiting us, and we hope to see you again. So thank you once again. Now we'd like to proceed with our next speaker. He needs to rush for a lunch meeting. Without further ado, the past RI director, who is also the vice chair for End Polio Now Countdown to History, Robert Hall, to tell us more on Polio Plus Society, amongst others. Robert?
I'm unmuted, I believe now. Is that correct? Okay, so let me quickly, I'm glad I could join this morning. I'm going to another Rotary meeting that's about 4 hours away, and I have to leave in just a second. But I'm glad to be here today. I was here last year. I want to thank you very much. If you can show my first slide, I've just got a few that I want to talk with. First, while you're bringing up my slide, I want to tell Rafi that I just mailed him a letter yesterday to his address in the Philippines, thanking Minda for the very generous financial support. And you too, Rafi. So if you're on the phone. But anyway, it's great to be here today. This is a picture. I just want to tell you, we have 2 new Facebook pages that the End Polio Now team has put together. This is our general page, and I believe Rotary is going to follow with this theme of together. And we decided to do this about a month ago, saying together we will end polio worldwide. You can click on that QR link right there, and it'll take you to endpolio.org/donate. You can go to our webpage. Together we will end polio is how you get there. So I hope you will do that, and you can keep up to date with everything that's happening. We try to post things to it, and if you have something you want to post, you can post something to it. Let me see the next slide right now. I want to definitely thank all of my friends in the Philippines. It was good to see Gilia again today. It's good to see Suzanne Ray on the call, and definitely thank Rafi and Jesse for joining and giving thanks to all of you for what you've done in the Philippines, and Mike McGovern. But let me just say this. I put up here, I did this chart. It's not very good because I did it myself, but I just want to show you for the last couple of years what you've done. From 21 to 22, the 10 districts in Zone 10A have increased 30% in cash, 30% in DDF, and 30% total. That is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, your support, and around the world, let me just look at the club participation. Around the world, it's about 47% of clubs give anything to polio, right at 50%. Your district, your clubs in district in Zone 10A give 82, and then last year, 90%. I mean, and already you're at 51% this year. So, you know, I just want to thank you for all you've done to support the DDF. Let me just make a comment here that on the DDF, this year you've already had 240. You've had no money given with DDF, but in the last 2 years you had 3 districts. Well, I want to tell you, up to $2 million. We have another donor, as Rafi said, District 6910 in Georgia, USA. A donor has put it in $1 million to match up to $2 million in DDF. So up to $2 million of DDF given worldwide will be matched with the World Fund by 50% of the dollar. This individual, 50% of the dollar, engaged with 2 to 1. So it's a 6 to 1 versus a 4.5 to 1 match. So I'd encourage you to go ahead and give quickly before the 2 million is already given and his million is matched. Let me look at the next page. Jennifer talked about World Polio Day, and I have a page here that I want you to know. October 24th, you know the date. You have to register your event, and there's the code, the link right there to register. There's a QR code to go to the Resource Center. If you register your event, every district, all 10 districts in Zone 10A, the polio coordinator, Me Ann, is going to work with the district governor and the district polio plus chair to pick one club from that district who had, quote, the best World Polio Day event. And we're going to give a Paul Harris Fellow to the individual, a person in that club who made the most difference in that event. We're excited to do this, and it does recognize the clubs that are really putting on a great polio event. The last chart I have to show you is the Polio Plus Society. And the Polio Plus Society, this is our Facebook page for it. If you show the next page, click the next page. This is our page for that. And I don't have a.
Iba yung pin talaga na binigoy.
Excuse me? I don't know. I thought I heard somebody. But this is the Polio Plus Society. This is very simple. We wanted to make, John Germ and I said, we want to let everybody be part of this. Not everybody can give like Rafi and Minda and their children. Not everybody can give $1 million a year. But we think everybody can maybe give $100 a year. And so the Polio Plus Society, and this is the pin right here that Mian has some, that you can be a member of the Polio Plus Society by giving $100 a year until it's eradicated, or $10 a month on Rotary Direct. What we think this does, when we eradicate polio, and as Mike McGovern said, we will, everyone can say, this is my legacy. I was part of this. If you don't give anything, it's not your legacy. I hate to say it. So if you can give $10 a month or $100 a year until we eradicate it, polio eradication will be your legacy. And so I hope you take advantage of this. I have to leave right now. I'm so excited. Last year and this year both, Mian, you put on a terrific Zoom meeting, and all of you over, golly Moses, I thought over 200, the 370 participants right now. I don't get to speak to that many people very often. And my wife is glad I'm speaking to you versus to her. But hey, so it's great to be with you. I hate to say I have to go now, but I'm looking forward to getting a note from Mian about the pledging and just continue to be such a great zone in giving to polio eradication. We will eradicate polio. Thank you very much, Mian.
Thank you, Robert. But before you go, let's have a quick group photo. Everyone, please open your video so we catch Robert and Jesse and the other speakers before them, Direct Rafi and Direct Ilier. A quick photo. Tope, please, on your count.
Okay, ready. Open your cam. Okay.
Smile.
3 pages. 1, 2,
Thank
3.
you.
Smile. Okay, next page. Page 2. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Page 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Page 4. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Page 5. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Page 6. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Page 7. 1, 2, 3. Smile. And the last page. 1, 2, 3. Smile.
Thank you very much. All your smiles says it all, and they're all worth $100 for the Polio Plus Society. So you're caught on camera, candid camera. Thank you. Now, we would like to proceed with the district reports and pledges. But mind you, even if some of our esteemed speakers have left the Zoom, we will send them the recording, and your pledges are on record. So thank you very much for the group photo, Tope.
Thank you, Tope. And once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Protocol observed. I am very privileged to introduce to you our very own and Polio Now coordinator for Zone 10A Philippines and a new member of the International Polio Plus Committee, past District Governor Mary Ann Alcordo Solomon from the Rotary Club of Cebu Puente, District 3860.
I'm back. Thank you very much to our deputy and Polio Now coordinator, Ricky Andres, who is also the very hardworking editor-in-chief of our weekly, mind you, weekly Zone 10A newsletter. And this newsletter is circulated not only in Zone 10A, but worldwide. So it's nice that each the clubs or the districts will be featured in this newsletter. So thank you, Ricky. I'd like to present the updates in our zone. So the first slide is actually the data which was kindly sent to me by Mark Anderson from RISPPO, who happens to be here. Hi, Mark. Say hello. Hello there. Unmute yourself so they know who you are. So that's Mark Anderson. He feeds us all the data monthly on how the clubs perform. And if you will see here, we now have a total polio donation of $266,753. And you will see the respective donation. These are all cash donations. No DDF has been pledged yet, not even a 20% of the DDF or a part of the DDF has been pledged, but the cash contributions have been coming in for the last months until current October 17, 2022. The next slide will show as well our performance of this period versus the performance of last period. We have a lot of green arrows, meaning to say these districts performed much better than last year. So this is a clear indication, hopefully, that if we keep this streak, we will really do much better than last year. So thank you very much to the districts with the green arrow. And I'm sure the districts with the red arrow will catch up and do much better in the next months to come. Our next slide will show how much was raised at the end of Rotary year 2021-2022 and comparing it to what we have raised so far. So you will see there is a balance of the amount that we need to raise to be at par with what you have donated last year. So actually, as mentioned by past RI Director Robert Hall, so far we've already achieved 50% of our contribution to polio. And no district has given 20% of their DDF compared to last year. I'd like to mention last year, District 3810, District 3860, and District 3870 gave 20% of their DDF to polio. Our next slide is a check graph. Now, you know the check, the line goes up all the way. So ending of last year, June 2022, all-time high. The districts the districts in Zone 10A raised $952,641. And considering we were in challenging times during the pandemic, not to mention 2020, 2021, we were also having the pandemic, and yet we were very generous to give to polio. So thank you very much. And there's no other way to go but up. So for the imaginative team, the challenge lies on your hand. And I appeal, just as our speakers appealed, and no less than our past RI Director Gilier and past RI Director Rafi, let us support Rotary's top priority of ending polio. Together, we will end polio. And a quick reminder, October 24 is World Polio Day 2022 and beyond. There's live streaming, so I have endlessly been sending emails for you to join the live stream if you wish and to register your events. It has been extended, and it'll be nice that Rotary International will acknowledge the event that you will hold on World Polio Day. And all these contributions, all the pushing and promotion would not have been made possible if not for the endless efforts of our regional team. We have our EMGA, Governor June Farcon, together with RRFC, Penny Policarpio, and all our ARRFCs, Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation coordinators, as seen in the poster. And I'd like to thank also the district governors, our imaginative district governors from District 3770 to District 37 90, 38, 70. You're doing a wonderful job, considering that we've just finished one quarter for Rotary year 2022 and 2023. And my salute, I'm sure maybe I've been nagging them, the district polio coordinators, they've been working round the clock to make this polio summit possible. You have chosen the right polio coordinators for your district. So I'd like to congratulate them for all the hard work they've been doing. And I know that there are still months ahead until the end of this Rotary year for us to catch up in our fundraising for polio. And this is my favorite slide because as we say, we need to fulfill the promise to the children of the world. Just as my granddaughters, Frankie and Lila, will say, let's help grandma, let's help Lola, let's help Mamita to end polio. And why? Because the children are the future of the world. Play video.
I am the future of the world. I am the hope of my nation. I am tomorrow's people. I am the new inspiration. And we've got a song to sing to you. We've got a message to bring to you. Please let there be for you and for me a tomorrow. Tomorrow. If we all can agree, there'll be sweet harmony. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. And we all will be there. Coca-Cola to share. Feeling so real and so true. So real and so true. Promise us tomorrow. And we'll build a better world for you.
End polio now. Together we can make history. Together we will end polio now. I'd like to give credit to District Polio Coordinator June Kwan of District 38, 50 for editing this wonderful video. In the words of Bill Gates, he says, so long as we never give up, then polio does not stand a chance. So thank you very much. And this is our polio updates for Zone 10A. And I hope you will continue to support the Polio Plus program. We're in this together. At this point, the stars of this Polio Summit are our district governors from the 10 districts. They will present their report and their commitment and pledge. So to start with, having created awareness, intensified their campaign for awareness for polio and the World Polio activities, I'd like to begin by showing this stinger from District 3770. So as I said, these are the World Polio Day posters of the different clubs in District 3770. And to make the report on behalf of District Governor Noli Garcia, I would like to call on District Coordinator Lou Capili to make the report. Lou?
Yes, good evening, good morning, everyone. I'm making the report for my Governor Noli Garcia. To all the participants here, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. I'm DPC Luca Pili. And here's our report for District 3770. We have a total number of 83 Rotary clubs with a total of 2,474 Rotarians. We have 61 already giving clubs to polio, and around 22 are giving more. We have three Rotary clubs giving 1,500 already, and the number of Polio Plus Society members are now increased to 15%, so a total of 115. And we have more commitments coming in. The number of 1,000 giving individual to polio is 1, and we have a total cash contribution of 25,280. So before this date, our governor has given a minimum amount of 1,000 from the DDF, though we have a very much lower amount. but he promises to give more at the end, before the end of the Rotary year. So our total cash contribution plus DDF is already $26,280. And our district governor's Polio Plus goal is $50,000. Last year, it's only $25,000, and we hope to achieve more. So with the fundraising we have in line with our Polio World Day celebration, we are having fundraising like Payong Kaibigan, where we sell umbrellas, and part of it will be given to polio. We also have golf for polio, and a lot more. So maybe we still have a lot more months to come, and we hope to increase our donations beyond our goal. And that's all my report for tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, District Poly Coordinator Lou. Ending of last year, your district contributed $45,088. So we hope to reach the target. And I'm very pleased to hear that there is now a contribution part of your DDF. Thank you. Now, from District 3780, likewise, they have also World Polio Day activities as shown in this stinger of their posters. 3780. On behalf of District Governor Florian Enriquez to make the presentation, we have District Polio Coordinator Arnel Abranica. Arnel?
Yes, good evening, everyone. On behalf of Gov. Florian Enriquez of District 3780, I will be reporting and updating the monthly Polio Plus report as of October 18, 2022. This is in Governor's Visit Day, and I was tasked to report on this virtual summit meeting. Our monthly polio report as of October 18, 2022. The number of Rotary clubs we have is 101, and the number of Rotarians is 2,760. The number of clubs giving to Polio Plus is now, we achieve 100% club giving. The number of 1,500 giving clubs, which is still in progress. The number of 1,000 giving individuals, we have 2, and we're still working on it. The number of Polio Plus society members, as of this time, none yet. Then our cash contribution from 1,316, then to 3,520.99. Our now cash contribution is 5,433.16, and still in progress. The amount of DDF given to polio, or cash contribution plus DDF, as per our Governor Florian, she will pledge of $10,000 from her DDF just to meet our goal. And we are positive that we will reach our polio plus goal this year. Our district governor's polio plus goal is 15,000, and we're very positive we will meet our goal, and we will catch up. So we are still currently preparing the World Polio Day on October 24. We will do it on October 23. So we're having a lot of fundraising. We're selling tickets. We're selling polio t-shirt and umbrellas. So, we will get some fund from this World Polio Day on October 24. That's all. Thank you, Mayan.
Thank you very much, District Polio Coordinator Arnel. And as reported also earlier in my presentation last year, your district donated 51,000 $765,000. So I know you're doing well. Actually, you were one of the green arrows that performed better in this period compared to last year's period. So thank you. Now we'd like to hear from District 3780. They have a lot of activities on World Polio Day, as shown in the stinger of all the posters of the World Polio activity. And to make the report live, we have District Governor of 3790 from the Rotary Club of Central Pampanga, Governor Ana Lorenzana. Hi, Gov.
Don't.
Good evening, everyone. A few correction lang, Governor Mean. I'm from the Rotary Club of Downtown Olongapo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. From the Rotary Club of Downtown Olongapo.
No worries, no worries. All right. Governor, of course, with all the protocols observed, I'd like to report that for our district, currently we have 97 clubs. And for the number of Rotarians, as of August 15, 2,710. And out of the 97 clubs, we already have 73 clubs that have given to the Polio Plus. And the number of clubs that have given 1,500 is already 5. And of course, we are still working on it. And the number of individuals that has given already $1,000 are 6 Rotarians. And definitely with the hardworking DPC that we have in our district, these numbers are going to be increased. The number of Polio Plus Society members as of the target is 250, and the cash contributions have reached already $21,070. The amount of DDF given to polio, we are going, as of now, Governor Mean, we would like to pledge $5,000 for that. We'll see later on, depending on the availability of funds. So we'll try to increase that. But as of today, I'd like to pledge only 5,000. And for the cash contribution, already we have 21,070. And the goal that we have given for this year is 20,000. And I'm proud to announce that we have exceeded this goal already. And let me also take this opportunity to mention the 5 clubs that have given more than $1,500. These are the Rotary Club of Angeles Culiat, the Rotary Club of Baguio, the Rotary Club of Baguio Highlands, of course, the Rotary Club of Central Pampanga, and the Rotary Club of Downtown Olongapo. Kanina nakita ko dito, Governor, yung some of the president of this club, President Ali of Baguio, President Love of Central Pampanga, and President Lloyd of Downtown Olongapo. I haven't checked if President Lay, of course, Angeles Culiat is headed by President Lay, no? And really, this club are doing a lot of fundraising activities. Siguro hindi ko na muna banggitin, Gov, yung mga individuals that have given 1,000 kasi sigurado ako madadagdagan pa to, Gov, baka magtampo. We would also like to mention that certain amount of the 4 legs of the Golf Fellowship, a percentage of that has been dedicated already for Polio Plus, no? So we have talked to the four host, Governor, for the Golf Fellowship. Definitely the goal of what has been set for last year, our goal is to exceed that. And I would also like to take this opportunity, katulad ng sabi mo, Gov, really past President Carla has really been working so hard, lalong-lalo na this forthcoming October 24, wherein we have mentioned that the End Polio Now activity is called Move to End Polio. Since we have a lot of mga runners here, at the same time It's going to be one big activity. Everybody merges at the CDC Clark area. And we have bikers coming from Vegan Gov. Bikers coming from Vegan, no? So aside from this, most of the merchandise where the clubs are going to use in terms of raising fund is going to be, they're going to have their own tables and booth doon para po pagsamasamahin namin ang aming pondo. In that way, again, we are one with the Rotary International in ending polio. So again, thank you for that. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Rotarians of District 3790 as early as now for achieving our goals. So maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Gov, Anna, and no doubt with the funds you contributed last year of 70,634, apparently you will exceed that amount for this year. Thank you and congratulations in advance. Incidentally, I've been seeing some posts in the chat that there are some who would want to give. Please do so. Let's make this a pledging time for all of us. If you have pledges, $100, $1,000, we'll take your screenshot and get back to you on your pledges and pass it on to your district polio coordinator and district governor. So please put your pledges here in the chat box, and if we have the time, we would like to acknowledge as our tech crew and assistants are gathering all the pledges now. Thank you, Gov. Anna. Now from District 3800, we will proceed. They also have a lot of activities for World Polio Day as shown in this stinger. We would like now to call the district governor of 3800, District Governor Arturo Bobby Tanyag. Gov. Bobby, good morning.
Governors, and to you, our End Polio Now Chair, past District Governor Mea Solomon. I'd like to report on the achievements of our District 3800 as of September. We are actually numbering 104 clubs in District 3800 with a total number of Rotarians, 3,327. And out of the 3,200, out of the 105 clubs, 104 clubs, there are already 70 who have given to the Polio Plus Fund. And the number of clubs who have donated $1,500 each number about 8 clubs. The number of $1,000 giving individuals total 7 as of September. And the number of Polio Plus Society members, which were registered at 350 last year, will be increased to around 450 this year. So our total cash contributions as of September is $55,022 versus our target goal of $50,000 for this year. So we have already surpassed our goal of $50,000, and we still expect to receive a total number additional contributions of another $50,000 for the balance of this year, which makes our total cash contribution to about $105,000 for this year. Regarding our activities for World Polio Day, we of course have the Outrace Polio scheduled for October 23, and we'll be raising more funds for the End Polio Now project. So all of the funds generated from that activity on World Polio Day will be added to our total cash contributions, credited to all the clubs who are participating in that particular activity. We will also be trying to form a Human End Polio Now formation of all the 600 participants in the Outrace Polio Day campaign. Likewise, we will also have our district car raffle, the proceeds of which will also be donated to the End Polio Now cash contributions. So We hope to be able to surpass last year's total cash contributions of 171,000, and we expect to hit about $200,000 for this year. And that would be all for District 3800.
Thank you, Gov. Bobby. At the rate you've mentioned all these fundraisers, no doubt you will surpass last year's donation. In fact, your district was number one giving to polio for the Rotary year 2021-2022 in the amount of $234,580. So thank you very much for that, District Governor Bobby, together with your District Polio Coordinator, Rami Garcia. Now we'd like to proceed to District 3810. Let's show the stinger of a lot of their World Polio Day activities. Beautiful poster with no less than the beautiful district governor as one of their model for polio. We'd like to call on District Governor Joyce Sambre from the Rotary Club of Manila Premier. Gov. Joyce.
And I think I will be reporting in behalf of Gov. Joyce, who is indisposed at the moment.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I'd like to call on District Polio Coordinator Cora. Cora, you have the floor. I hope Gov. Joyce feels better.
Thank you so much, and good evening to all the participants in the summit. I'm reporting for District 3810. As of October 13, we have 114 Rotary clubs with 3,110 Rotarians. Our number of clubs giving to polio is 29. The number of 1,500 giving clubs is 3. The number of 1,000 giving individual is 9. The number of Polio Plus Society members is 194. The cash contribution is 42,392.70. And our goal for this year is $30,000. So we have surpassed our Polio Plus goal. We were asked earlier to put on the right side column what do we expect to achieve, and a very safe estimate at the end of this Rotary year. So we put 118 for the number of Rotary clubs. We put 3,190 for the number of Rotarians. We put, of course, the number of clubs giving to polio is 114. We feel we could achieve this goal. Then the number of 1,500 giving clubs, we put 5. And the number of 1,000 giving individuals, we put 10. And the number of Polio Plus Society members, we expect 220, or we could campaign for more. The cash contribution, we put a very safe estimate of $45,000. Now for our World Polio activities, we just finished the boxing contra polio last October 17. This is a fundraising campaign. And then starting tomorrow, we will have posters of End Polio Now with the presidents to be lined up along the stretch of Rojas Boulevard until the 26th of October. Now on October 23, we have the Smash to End Polio, which is a tennis tournament. Also, it's a fundraising activity. On October 24, we will have simultaneous Sabayang Patak in Cavite, Pasay, and Manila, composing of about 1,000 vaccines distributed to the 3 areas of District 3810. Also, on October 24, we have this LED billboard along Macapagal Avenue and Coral Way, showing District 3810 and the activities that we had made the previous year, plus the members of the District 3810 this Rotary year. This will be a one-day showing at the LED billboard. We also have the Race to Race, which is every Thursday we asked the Rotarians from District 3810 to make their contributions every Thursday until our TRF night. And then we also have this Run for Polio sometimes in April 2023. That's all, man.
Thank you,
so
District
much.
Polio Coordinator Cora. It seems like you have a calendar full of polio activities, not to mention the World Polio Day activity itself. I'd also like to make mention that District Governor Joyce Ambre and President Hermie Esguerra of the Rotary Club of Manila are major gift donors for polio this year. So thank you very much. And in comparison to last year, 3810 contributed $72,760 and in fact also gave 20% of its DDF to polio, and hoping for the best for this Rotary year 2022-2023. Thank you, Cora. Now we proceed to District 3820. Likewise, they have a lot of activities for World Polio Day, as you can see in the stinger in the post here. On behalf of District Governor Gina C., we would like to call District Polio Coordinator from the Rotary Club of Old Albay District. District Polio Coordinator, Baste Dominguez. Baste, you have the floor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, Baste.
Thank you very much for giving me the time. So actually, we have been reporting the information the way they are stated exactly on Rotary.org for the moment. I don't think, other than the fact that we have 141 clubs for the moment, the information are in fact a bit incorrect in terms of the cash contribution, because a lot of funds have been wired to the NPolio account for the district, but not remitted yet. So everything is actually calculated. So of course, the amount that appeared there doesn't appear as beautiful compared to last year, but we are way above this amount actually. So we can of course definitively say that the District Governor Polio Plus goal of 26,500 will be definitively overpassed, because we already have 420 members of the Polio Plus Society, which is going to bring the amount to a very decent amount. Everybody will try to remit this amount actually before the TRF night, because they will be recognized in mid-November. So you can already make the calculation there for more than 42,000 in terms of NPolio Plus Society members. We also have sell merchandising for the past 4 weeks, T-shirts and others that are also again on the account of NPolio Plus of the district. A raffle has been organized as well to distribute this beautiful vintage motorcycle NPolio that we have shared, I think, with the entire committee to show you. A lot of activities has been done already for the past weekend, because some areas are extremely busy. So as you know, the District 3820 is divided in 4 areas, Area 1, 2, 3, and 4. Area 1, 2, and 3 have already organized their activities the past weekend, mainly Move with NPolio or Move for NPolio, Zumba, run, bike, and everything. Additional activities will be organized individually by clubs for this weekend, and Area 4 as well as different activities that will be organized all over this coming weekend. It's extremely difficult to have the activities on the 24 itself, knowing that the 24 is in the middle of the week or beginning of the week, so everything will be again organized during this week. But I think we can already claim that based on the amount that we have collected on the NPolio account of the district, we are, as of today, probably at more than 40,000, between 40 and 50,000 already collected. Okay, so again, Gov Gina C sent her regards to everybody here. She apologized, but she has, and the number 105 governor visit and induction out of the 141 club. So extremely busy. She has been living on the road for the past 4 months. and she gives full attention to every single club when it comes to governor visit and induction. So she apologized she couldn't stand behind the video for tonight, but I hope that I can represent her well enough and that you have all the information. But we're extremely proud of what we've been accomplished so far.
Thank you very much, District Polio Coordinator Baste, and I am very confident, together with District Governor Gina C. and your DRFC past District Governor Evet, you will surpass last year's contribution of $112,178. And just to mention trivia, your district, together with District 3850 and District 3800 and 2790, were the districts with a big number of charter members for the Polio Plus Society. So thank you very much. We have now covered more than half of the districts in Zone 10A. I would like to request, although this is not in the script, we're making good time. I'd like to request the tech crew to please put us in gallery mode. Let's do a little finger exercise. Open your video and click the icon of check. Approve. Let's thumbs up. Approve. We will all help polio for a group picture. Actually, pang group picture lang to. Thumbs up for your group picture. Again, this is on record. We will collect $100 to everyone here.
Page 1, 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 2, 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Our last group picture will be after the adjournment, and the district with the most number will get a prize.
Page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. Thank you.
Thank you. So wasn't that an exciting finger exercise? Now we go back to our reporting. Let's go to District 3830. Tope, stinger, please. Wow. So that's our district governor of District 3830. We'd like to call District Governor Mildred Vitangcol. Gov Mildred, the floor is yours.
Afternoon, fellow Rotarians, and of course to Gov Mean. Protocol observed. This is District Governor Mildred Vitangcol from District 3830 for Rotary year 2022-2023. On behalf of our district, I would like to present and share the performance of the summary of clubs to the End Polio campaign, either through donations and or fundraising activity that increases awareness and raises funding for the polio, especially that there are new cases of polio around. I have a slide, first slide, please. Among the 111 Rotary clubs of District 3830 with 3,224 active Rotarians, 36 clubs have given donation to Polio Plus. The 5 clubs of which gave $1,500 and 11 Rotarians with $1,000 US. The first 100 days of our service gathers a total cash contribution of $33,979 US, which is close to our goal of $40,000 US. To further reach our goal, the district pledged to donate to polio our DDF of $5,000. This will not happen without the big support of the Polio Plus Society, whom I call our marvelous polio heroes, donating annually amounting to $100 US. We had a total of membership of 371 Polio Plus Society. Of that is 40 new members, and a total of 13,000 have been given. I'm confident that we will surpass our targets with a collection from the remaining 241 members and counting to donate. It is with great pleasure to announce that the goals set by the club in our district has reached the highest in 5-year fundraising analysis. I thank all the clubs and of course to our district officers who continuously support with this worldwide cause by conducting their club and supporting the district activities to end polio now. To name a few are the following: Fun and Cleanup Drive for a cause by the Rotary Club of Circuit Makati, where we have received $200 US donation. We also had our inter-district Oktoberfests last October 13 that raised an estimate of $450 US. The district's Oktoberfests last October 16, attended by more than 500 Rotarians in District 3830 and Rotaractors, raised and to be donated an amount of $1,000 US. Prior to that, District Oktoberfests was the very successful fun run and bike to end polio, which we are waiting for the final amount for the donation. We didn't stop here, as we still have our first leg of Governor's Cup and Polio Golf Tournament and Fellowship, which will happen this Friday, October 21st, and Road Rally Scavengers Hunt on October 23, 2022, and all participants will donate to the Polio Fund. The October 21st golf tournament have a commitment to donate $3,000 US. And to the celebration of the World Polio Day on October 24, our district, led by District Secretary for Branding and Communication and Assistant Regional Public Image Chair Charlotte Cruz, will be leading the lighting of the De La Salle University Hall with the red lights. We're looking also forward to our district TRF night on November 2 with past RI President Ian Risley as our guest of honor. And on November 23 to 29, we're looking forward to have the first woman RI President, Jennifer Jones, in person and in flesh in the Philippines and visit our different districts in the Philippines. We continue on this campaign. We are this close in ending polio with popular personalities and individuals as polio ambassadors. Thanks to our District 3830 DRFC Al Montecillo, past District Governor Al Montecillo, District and Polio Now Chair, Sweetie Gardiner, of course, last year's and Polio Now Chair, Maybel Esteban, and to all Rotarians of District 3830 for their contributions and all-out support. Thank you and congratulations to the Polio Now Committee, 10A Chair, past District Governor Mayan Solomon, for showcasing our end polio efforts in the Zone Weekly newsletter. We intensify our efforts to the People of Action campaign through Patak Polio in different barangays in collaboration with the Department of Health and different Philippine Medical Association and LGUs to increase the immunization of national rate of at least, hopefully, 95%. At the moment, we are only 40% of fully immunized child. So there's really so much work to do. We Rotarians in District 3830 have committed that we will continue all our efforts in making sure that together we will work and intensify our efforts to end polio worldwide. Thank you very much and mabuhay.
Mabuhay, and thank you very much, Gov. Mildred, no doubt, with you at the helm, you will also surpass last year's contribution of $92,094. So you're on the right track, and let's not forget, in 1979, the first drop of polio was given to a Filipino child in Makati, in your district, 3830. Now we'd like to proceed to District 3850. Let's show their collage of posters. Activities on World Polio Day. We'd like to call on District Governor John Michael Cano from the Rotary Club of Metro Iloilo. Gov Cano.
Good evening.
Good evening, Gov Cano.
Yeah, good evening. So we have I'm District Governor Kanoknang from District 850. I would like to report number of clubs in our district right now is 53. Then the number of Rotarians is 1288. Then for number of clubs giving to the Polio Plus is 33. Number of 1,005 giving clubs is 4. Maybe we could add this one. Then number of Rotarians give 1,000 individual is 3. And I think there's more to come on this 1,000 giving. Then number of Polio Plus Society members, right now we have 100. But last year we get 300, so maybe I could ask more on this one. Then total cash contribution right now is 15,969, and we commit our DDF right now with 2005. Hopefully we could add this one in the future. In the end, if I still have a DDF, I could add this one. Then total cash and DDF right now, it's 18,469. I'm a short of 2,000 plus for my target of 20,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Gov Cano. Let us be reminded that the Polio Plus Society members continuously give $100 every year until polio is eradicated. So those who were Polio Plus Society members last year are to give this year. So in addition to your 100 Polio Plus Society members this year, plus the 320 last year, you will have 420 Polio Plus Society members, an amount of $42,000. I would also like to also make mention, I hope this past District Governor Edwin To is in the Zoom.
Yeah, he is around.
Yes, okay. So this close will no longer be used as our slogan. Instead, we use together we end polio now. So Edwin To, nandyan na yung To sa together. Together, we will end polio now. And District 3850, your district, was actually the catalyst for the Polio Plus Society as you began it in July of 2021. So congratulations, and hoping for you to be at par or surpass last year's record of $54,683. So thank you, Governor. Let's now proceed to District 3860. I'm not biased here. I belong in this district. So you can see the collage of all the posters in coordination with District Polio Coordinator, Elaine Sanerpida. I'd like to call on the District Governor from the Rotary Club of Cebu, Gloria Maris, Gov. Lilo Alinio. Gov, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone, and good morning, I think, to the rest who are still here, or our inspiring speakers. Let me just update you on what we have and also our pledges and commitment. I think, Govmean, you all know, you very well know how committed we are as a district to the End Polio Now campaign. So on behalf of the DRFC team, as well as our DPC, Alain Sinerpida, we'd like to report to you our contribution so far, as well as our pledges and commitment to the End Polio Plus program and the campaign itself. Our Rotary clubs is now numbered at 99, and let me just say it is growing. And clubs giving our number of, sorry, I can't see very well, but our clubs giving is now 34. But as you will know, 2 years past, we have a zero non-giving club for NPO. And we have also grown our numbers, and we are expecting more inductions and more members to come in the next few months. For the 1,500 giving, we have counted already 15, and we are committed to do 35 in total for the 1,500 giving clubs. For the 1,000 individual giving, we have 15 individuals, but we are committing to 30 as we are heavily campaigning right now for individual givings of 1,000 as well as 1,500 giving to the clubs. Our Polio Plus Society of we are targeting 75 for the Polio Plus Society giving of $100. For our cash contribution as of October 18, it is at 41,642. And I would like to also update you, Govmean, that since the district has really committed 20% allocation of its DDF the past year since 2013, I'm very, very happy to inform you that we are going to give a DDF or 20% DDF of District 3860 within the week. And also we are our contribution plus DDF, I'm very sure we'll be able to hit our target, but our DG's goal, Polio Plus the goal of 60,000 plus 60,000 for the cash contributions. And in the Stinger, we actually presented a lot of activities within not only this month for the whole year. However, we are now also starting to sell our merchandise. We have a new shirt, which we also share with the whole Zone 10A districts, and it's selling like hotcakes already. And we have umbrella merchandise, and we hope that we are encouraging our Rotarians to give it as a Christmas gift. And, we have to raise funds, but we would like to create greater awareness so that people will support our cause. We are District 3860, and over the years, our Rotarians, who I'm very, very proud of, are very passionate. They have the heart, the passion, and the will to actively support and take action to end polio through creating greater awareness about End Polio Now, as well as fundraising. I'm very, very sure our commitments will be reached. And as we grow our numbers in Rotary District 3860, I am also sure and we will be able to fulfill our commitments, and we hope to have more to come. And thank you very much. I'm very sure APNC Mian, you have worked so hard. Remember, I told you before, you're driving me crazy, Gomean, and I hope that you will stay that way, because getting us to be crazy means that we need to respond, and we are responding very very positively to all these, plus the inspiring speakers earlier. I'm very sure, because we have a lot of attendance today, that it has also inspired our Rotarians of District 3860. Thank you, Daghang salamat. And by the way, Doc Alain just made his, contribution also to his 1,000 individual contributor. So I can't share all the names of the clubs as well as the individuals because these are growing. And I'm very sure we'll be able to share that to you in the next months to come. Daghang salamat and greetings to all and to all my classmates. Together, we will end polio now and forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Gov Lilo. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I drive you crazy just as I drive everyone crazy when it comes to ending polio. I know that the district polio coordinators never heard enough of me. As we both agree, since you were the all-star team district secretary, we believe in over communication. So thank you, and most especially for giving 20% of your DDF to polio. So District 3860, you're on a streak consistently giving 20% of your DDF since it began in 2013. So if you continue doing so until polio is eradicated, District 3860 will forever be etched on the walls in a room on a wall in the world headquarters in Evanston. So please take note. I think we have in Zoom District Governor-elect Twinkle Gamboa and District Governor nominee Carolyn Andrade.
And let me just also insert, Governor, that our Rotaractors are really now sharing the joy of giving to End Polio Now. And I congratulate all our Rotarians in District 3860 as well as our Rotaractors. Daghang salamat. Thank you very much.
Salamat. Daghang salamat. And last but not the least, all the way from the Mindanao, the southern port of Mindanao, southern part, let's show the stinger of 3870. To make his report and presentation, I'd like to call on District Governor Angelo Biong Lagu. Gov Biong, the floor is yours.
Ngayong gabi ni mo, Gov Mean. Good evening, classmates. Good evening, everyone. Protocol observed. I'm very happy to report to you our progress report of our Polio Plus campaign in District 3870 as of October 18, 2022. Thanks to our indefatigable Polio Plus District Polio Plus Coordinator, PAG Lady Linda Caragos. We have a total of 48 clubs in our district with 1,120 Rotarians scattered along the northern and south central Mindanao. We now have a total of numbers of number of clubs giving to Polio Plus. My last count is already about 20 from the reported 13. As of now, I'm still going around the district for my governor's visit, and I still have to visit many more clubs. And I think this number would increase. We have 4 clubs giving 1,500. And there is one individual who gave $1,000 for our campaign. The number of Polio Plus Society members is about 67, but as I was going around the district, I have already maybe more than 70 Polio Plus Society members, and more are coming in. Our cash donation as of now it's a little more than $10,000 cash donation, and we may be nearing our district Polio Plus goal of 14,000, maybe more with God's grace and the kind-hearted Rotarians of our district. We promise to give more. And with the different clubs having their Polio Plus is like selling merchandise and fun runs and fun shoots. Maybe we can surpass our 14,000 goal by the end of our Imagine Rotary year. So, daghang salamat sa inyong tanan. Damo gid salamat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gov. Byong, damo gid nga salamat, daghang salamat. Actually, last year for Rotary Year 2021-2022, your district contributed 23,147. Take note that it's only October and your district already raised 10,294. So there's still many months ahead. I'm sure you will not only surpass last year's contribution, but your goal that you set in Rotary. So dream big, give big to polio. Thank you, and credit likewise to your very busy Tita Linda, your district polio coordinator, Linda, who really works very hard for polio. Actually, all district polio coordinators. Gov Lilo, if I drive you crazy, I tell you, the district polio coordinators drive me crazy with all their hard work and efforts in raising funds in their district. So crazy is now the word nowadays for polio. Now, let's take a break and look at this video to remind you of World Polio Day. Play video. Remember World Polio Day, October 24. Some are doing their activities earlier. That's nice. Please post your photos supposedly for World Polio Day on October 24. And go live stream if you wish to listen to the live streaming of World Polio Day by Rotary International. Though we have new designs for polio shirts in some districts, we recommend that on World Polio Day, you wear the universal red and Polio Now t-shirt. Thank you very much. So now, the Q&A. If there are questions on the floor, I'd like to call on our moderator for this portion. To handle the question and answer, we'd like to call on the Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator from the Rotary Club of San Juan, ARRFC, Gina Sanchez. Gina, the floor is yours.
Good evening, fellow Rotarians. Thank you very much, EPNC Mary Ann Solomon. Congratulations for another successful Zone 10A Virtual Polio Summit. And I hope we will be crossing 1 million this Rotary year to giving to Polio Plus Fund. Last year, we reached how much? $900,000.
900,000 plus, yes.
We'll achieve more than $1 million to Polio Plus giving because of the many pledges from the different district governors, from the amazing district governors. If you have questions, we have the esteemed speakers earlier, but they are no longer with us. Maybe the regional leaders, EPNC Mary Ann Solomon, EMGA John Farcon, who is here, and then maybe PRID Giliar Tumangan, and of course, our Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, Penny Policarpio, are very much willing to answer our questions. Due to the time constraints, we will be entertaining Gov at least 3 questions. Is it okay?
Yes, Gina, and if Gov Jess Nickdow is in the Zoom, I saw him earlier, I'd like him to be part of the resource person. He was with me in Evanston. He's now with the Fund Development Committee of Rotary International, and I'm sure he would like to share some good news about polio with respect to the Rotary Board of Trustees decision.
Okay,
Rob
there-
Jeff, are you here? Rob Just Nick Dow, I saw you earlier. Anyway, proceed, Gina.
we have this first question from District 3790, President Malu Reyes. What is End Polio Society and how to join? Gobmean?
We have the Polio Plus Society. The Polio Plus Society, similar to the Paul Harris Society, is where one donates $100 to polio every year until polio is eradicated. Now, to be a member of Polio Plus Society, you need not be a Rotarian. So non-Rotarians can give to the Polio Plus Society and be a member of that society. Credit, however, can go to the district or to the club where this non-Rotarian donated the $100. So we would like more contributions, as what past RI Director Robert Hall, who's the Vice Chair for the End Polio Now Countdown to History, fundraising chair as well. The $100 is easier to give than the $1,000. So we want it mass-based for everyone to give $100 every year until polio is eradicated. So that is the Polio Plus Society.
Okay, and for every Polio Plus Society member, you have a pin, isn't it?
Yes,
Government?
there is a pin. It's a special pin, and since we started the Polio Plus Society last year, those who continuously give, this will be their second year, we are hoping to get the other pin, which is a red pin. District 3850 already ordered theirs earlier, so we hope to have the red pin also for the other districts available.
Okay, Gobmean from the RI Response staff, we have Rosalyn Ong. Maybe she can also help us answer some.
Oh, yes, wonderful. Ross Ong has been receiving a lot of emails on the deposits for polio, $100 for Polio Plus Society, and even $10 from Rotary actors as well and Rotarians. So yes, thank you. Welcome, Ross.
Okay.
Thank you po, and hello everyone.
Hello, friend. Another question from 3870, past President Lori Gabule. May we know if there are polio victims reported recently in Mindanao, please? Are there some reports from Mindanao, Gobmean?
I have not received any report of any victim, if you may say, of polio, whether it's circulating vaccine-derived polio or definitely not wild polio virus. Circulating vaccine-derived virus, we have not received any case from the Department of Health.
Okay, so I have a question, a text message, Gobmean. We have this Paul Harris Society, one of the Rotary Foundation banners being given by the Rotary Foundation to different Rotary clubs in the district. We have this 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club. We have also this Rotary's Promise, which is 100% giving to endowment fund. Is there a plan? Since you are now in the regional Rotary International, one of the committee members of the polio committee, is there a plan or a discussion to include in the list of the Rotary Foundation recognition banners the 100% polio giving club to be
Okay.
given?
Before I answer that, I'd like to first clarify that when we started the Polio Plus program, the Polio Society member, this is actually the discretion of the district governor. Now, so all pins and banners and certificates are to be provided by the district governor. However, absolutely, we have submitted the proposal to Rotary International, discussed by the trustees recently, and I was hoping that Gov. Jesnick Dow is still here in the Zoom he would say, he would know the good news I heard was that Rotary International recognized the Polio Plus Society. Now, as to the banners and the pins, there are no clear instructions on whether Rotary International will provide them. For now, it is still at the hands of the district governor. But the good news, it is recognized. The Polio Plus Society is recognized by Rotary International. I will be updating everyone on the possibility for Rotary International to be the ones to give the banners, the certificates, and the pins.
Thank you very much, Gobmean. I hope they will consider that in the near future. We have a question for my friend, Miss Rosalyn Ong. Ross?
Ross,
are you still with us?
I'm here.
Okay, thank you. How long does it take, Ross, how long does it take before a payment be posted in Rotary International report?
oh my,
Well-
are you asking me or Ross?
Ross, Rosalyn Ong.
Well, it really depends po on the season, because you would understand that like September, October, August, September, October this year were the peak seasons for this year. I noticed it changed because obviously it was because of the exchange rate forecasts that happened, and which was very valid. So it did change, and we started receiving a lot of contributions in August, from August, and definitely until September. That was when it really peaked, and so everybody started putting in their contributions. You would understand that it took a lot of time for me to be able to consolidate everything. So it was taking, in peak season, it would take around, between a day to 2 weeks. I would say between a day to 2 weeks. And I really tried hard to make it shorter, but because of the volume, there is that gap in between when I received it to the time I post it, because we've changed also the process of posting. I try to post only when I receive the email from you. So then I make sure that I am posting it to the correct fund, because a lot of our donors are depositing a lump sum amount, and then they would say, I'm putting in $900, for example, for annual fund and $100 for polio fund. I used to post everything immediately into annual fund, but because of those changes in the behavior of our donors, I have started to wait for your advice before I actually post it. Now, if the donor does not send me an advice, and we are to close the books for the month, which is around the 12th, 13th day of the next month. So for example, September po, wala pa po ako na-receive na advice until the 12th of October. Then I post it to annual fund. But yes, because of yung volume. But then now I am quite proud to say that I am updated with your emails. I have posted most of your contributions, and I think wala akong delay other than yesterday. Yun na lang po yung delay ko. My inbox reached up to 900 emails at one point. That's how many, that's how, it's a good problem to have, because it means there's a lot of contributions, but then it's just a little bit difficult to deal with. So I really ask for your patience during these times, but I do try as much as I can to post immediately the day after I receive your contributions.
Thank you.
Also, I wanted to mention that if you are making your deposit and then you reference your deposit properly, say for example, you put in your ID / the type of fund on your deposit slip, I am able to identify that on the bank reports. So then I can immediately post it the next day. I don't have to wait for your email. But if the type of fund does not appear there, then that's when I have to wait for an email. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ross. Just keep your communication line with Rosalind as much as possible, as often as possible. Gobmean, you have questions?
Yes, this is also addressed to Ross. Ross, how soon can DDF be reflected in the district's contribution?
I think po, Govman, I think from your experience in the previous years, DDF the reports only reflect DDF after a long time. Because that is something that the headquarters are looking after. We really don't have any control on that in the regional offices.
Yes, that is correct. I think also there was a double entry of some DDFs at the end of the year, which which these districts were trying to settle and reconcile. So their DDF became a double entry in their posting, and I hope that has been resolved already. So thank you, Ross. That's clear.
Yes, okay po. Pero in regards to that double posting of DDF Govman, if there are still the districts whose reports are not yet updated, I suggest that they get in touch with us. I can forward it to the correct person or directly with the annual fund team, because they have been saying that the reports are not yet reflecting the correct amount. However, they provide you with the correct amount to use. So it's just a little bit difficult with the reports at the moment, because as you know, we've changed system, and that's why they're still trying to make the reports correct, but we have the correct amounts to give out.
Okay, thank you, Ross. And likewise, there were clubs who wanted to give the remaining DDF. They made it on the last day of the Rotary year, June 30, but it was not credited also to their contribution. So that's something to look. And an advice, I think, Ross, would you agree, according to Claire Monroe, for those who wanted to give their DDF at the last minute, they could have signed off their DDF form by putting all remaining DDF to be given to polio. So that way, it will not be rolled over to the World Fund. Is that correct? Do you agree with what Claire said?
Yes, I think that's correct, Gob. But as long as you are able to provide the reports as soon as you know, the decision is made by the district, so then we can consolidate all the reports before the year ends.
Okay, thank you, Ross.
But also if you can provide the districts the contact person to whom they should be emailing this information, so that it goes directly to them. Because
yeah, thank you, Ross. So I will also copy furnish you with emails regarding this matter. Again, I would like to let the district governors, DRFCs, and DPCs know that on the last minute, should you want to donate supposedly the remaining DDF, just sign off your DDF form to all remaining DDF without any amount, so they know what to credit. That way, the remaining amounts will go to polio and not to the World Fund. So thank you very much, Gina. Back to you.
Okay, the last two questions na lang, Gobmean. We will entertain last two questions. May we ask how much RI donated to polio vaccines last year and how many recipient countries? Thank you. From AG Yoni Menoso of Dumaguete.
Okay, AG, actually, I had a slide showing how the polio funds were appropriated. 34, if I remember right, 34% of the $150 million went to vaccines. So, but the exact amount I could not anymore remember, but 34% of $150 million went to vaccines.
Okay. Last question, I will be addressing this to RRFC Penny Policarpio or EMGA June Farcon. Why is contribution or gift to Polio Plus Fund not considered in computing the per capita of its Rotary Club?
Pagmadali kay Penny.
Well, one reason is non-Rotarians give to polio. So therefore, if you include that, then you might not be fair to all the clubs, because
it will not really reflect the per capita contribution of the club, because non-Rotarians are also giving to the fund. Maybe that's one of the reasons. I just am guessing, but of course our mentor has probably a better answer on that.
Our mentor, EMG Ajun Farcon.
Okay, that makes me the most senior right now, so I will agree to answer that. Well, polio is specifically a specific project in itself. So the donation to polio is really directed to polio. When you say per capita, it is really something that we know what is more popular is annual fund, where all the Rotarians, when you give to annual fund, we all know that this will go back to our respective districts and in the form of district designated fund. So the fund in itself has no direct specific gift yet, but will be counted from among the annual fund to go to world fund and district designated fund. Now, yung polio and endowment fund, they're not being included in per capita because they are specifically directed already to a specific purpose.
Correct. That's kasi ang annual fund, it
Pag
goes back
sinabi ni Jean ang correct, tama yan kasi mas nag-aaral yan.
to the district in the form of district designated funds. So bumabalik po sa atin, hindi ginagamit ng World Fund. Unlike polio, it is being used by the Rotary Foundation. Okay, that's it. So that's the reason why the annual fund is counted in computing the annual fund per capita.
Gov. Just correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember right, there are two kinds of there are two types of capita in Rotary. One is the annual fund per capita. Another one is the total
TRF giving.
Okay. Now, polio is included in the total giving per capita. Is that am I correct with that?
It is percent
TRF giving.
TRF giving. That's what I'm saying. So, giving but for the annual fund, because it's not an annual fund, that's why it's not included in the per capita. But for TRF giving, polio is per capita, polio is included. I mean, just to be very clear about it.
Yes,
I think that is a correct clarification, DRFC Jude. So when it comes to TRF giving, polio is included.
Yes.
But when it comes to annual fund per capita, of course,
it's only the
polio
annual
is not
fund.
included.
Yes.
Kasi that's the more popular. Now, when you say per capita, it's really annual fund. But now they have introduced, kasi nga ang clamor, why is it that when we give to polio, it's not included? Now, you don't have to worry because PDG Jude is correct. We have now a per capita on TRF giving, where polio is included.
Where polio is included.
And all other funds, right, Gina?
All other givings.
Endowment fund is included in the percentage Rotary Foundation giving of its club. Okay, that's all, Gobmean. I hope we have answered all the questions of the attendees. Thank you,
Gina. I hope so. Maybe others are quiet and they'll ask you secretly.
Okay.
RRFC Penny has
a question here that I received about Polio Plus Society. How do we organize one, and how do we know that the district already has one? Because some are interested, and I'm sure this is of interest to many of us here. So could you enlighten them a bit, Govmean? How does a Polio Plus Society get organized, and how do we know that there is already one in our districts?
Calling district polio coordinators, they know what to do. And also, it has been posted in our NPolio chat group with the district governors in said chat group. It's simply to inform the district polio coordinators that they'd like to organize themselves as a Polio Plus Society. Let's say in the club level, how many of them? They just inform the district polio coordinators. And it's as easy as that. Go, Penny. Does that answer the question? How can one be, how can a district organize their Polio Plus Society is to approach their district polio coordinator. So
Okay.
again, calling all district polio coordinators.
All right. That's good.
Thank you,
Thank
Doc Penny.
Evening.
Thank you, ARRFC Gina. You know, we're making good time, I think. So to make this Polio Summit sweeter, no less than to deliver the closing message, our beloved endowment and major gift advisor, past district governor, June Farcon, who just arrived from Australia down under. Gov June, take it away.
Okay, thank you very much to our very hardworking and Polio Na coordinator for Zone 10A Philippines and member of the International Polio Plus Committee, our very own past district governor, Mary Ann Solomon. Distinguished Rotary dignitaries who are still present, protocol very much observed this evening or good morning, and wherever you are. Earlier, it was our very own past RI Director Rafi Garcia who mentioned in his message, and I distinctly remember this because it was our very own past RI President Matt Caparas, who was then serving as RI Director, when he said at the launching of the oral polio vaccine on September 29, 1979, at the health center in Barangay Guadalupe Viejo in Makati, and I quote, "Today we mark the beginning of what will be a great thing, the eradication of poliomyelitis. Great things have always small beginnings." And he continued by saying, "When Paul Harris founded Rotary, there was just 4 people, and yet Rotary flourished to cover 150 countries." He continued by saying, "It is our hope that in this small beginning, we will have a great thing, the eradication of the dreaded disease polio from the face of the earth." End of quote. We take pride in proclaiming to the whole world that it all started in the Philippines. What was started as the humble beginning of administering the first oral polio vaccines to the children of Guadalupe Viejo in Makati turned out to be, or what has now become, the greatest humanitarian health project in the whole world, the eradication of polio from the face of the earth. We have a promise to keep to the children of the world. We must end polio, and we must end polio now. The beauty of this is that for most of us, we will see this happen soon, and we will see this happening in our lifetime. As they say, all good things must come to an end. And all is well that ends well. And let me just we would like to express our heartfelt thanks and sincere appreciation to all our distinguished speakers and sharers for their inspiring messages and comprehensive reports. We would like to thank all our imaginative district governors and their district polio coordinators for their pledges and commitments of support and for their outstanding achievements for the first quarter of Rotary Year 2022-2023. And we would like to also thank all program participants, with special mention to our moderator, Assistant RRFC Gina Sanchez, our RRFC Penny Policarpio, and of course, our hardworking and Polio Na coordinator, Mayan Solomon. And it will not be a complete success without the more than 370 participants in the Zoom and all those in live streaming watching from the Facebook of District 3780. Again, let me congratulate the RRFC team and the District Polio, the End Polio Now team of past District Governor Mayan Solomon for another very successful World Polio Summit. It has been a tradition, and we have been doing this, and year after year, it has always been like this. Mabuhay ang Zone 10A Philippines. And by the way, congratulations everybody. Congratulations to all our Rotarians for a record-breaking first quarter performance of Zone 10A Philippines. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Mabuhay Zone 10A. Thank you very much. I just like to make mention that our Polio Summit that we have been conducting the past, this is the third year, is an example which other End Polio Now coordinators are looking. And our guests from Bangladesh, we have here for Australia, they're also here observing on what we're doing, one of our best practices. So congratulations to all the Rotarians in Zone 10A. So to formally close our event, we'd like to bring this back to our Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, Gov. Penny Policarpio, followed by the Rotary Hymn. Gov. Penny.
Yes, so once again, yes, thank you, Gov. Mean. Again, I congratulate our RFC team, our district, our regional Rotary Foundation team, and our End Polio Now coordinator team for this very successful 2022 Polio Summit. So on behalf of the Zone 10A regional TRF team, our regional leaders and district governors, all Rotarians and friends, on their behalf, I now adjourn this very successful 2022 Polio Summit.
Okay, thank you very much. Rotary Hymn, please.
The flag of peace unfurled, I shall serve my community, help achieve universal unity. To Rotary, I shall dedicate my all. World understanding shall be my cherished goal. With a four-way test, I'll pursue my quest. If in my little way help attain peace in the world, I shall not have lived in above self, lend a hand to all who need my help. I'll get my spouse to involve in Rotary, and in Rotary race I will train my family. With a four-way test we'll pursue our quest, live in our little way. Attain peace in the world, we shall not have lived in build a bridge for tomorrow's youth, strengthen nothing but the truth. Let's join our hands, there's no reason we'll divide. We shall all understand why the good Lord Lord is our guide. With a four-winged test, we'll pursue our quest, giving our little way of the day. Peace in the world, we shall not have living peace be achieved, we shall not have
So put ourselves in the gallery. Salamat for our last group photo for tonight. Congratulations, everyone. There are 300, let me see again, 330 people watching live stream in FB, and you can still view it again in Rotary International District 3780, Polio Summit 2022. So smile, open your camera, Polio Summit 2022 attendees. Who
Okay,
survived
ready?
at the end?
Okay, ready? One, two, three, smile. Page 2. 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 3. 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 4. 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 5. Page 6. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. And I'm sorry I could not reply to a lot of the messages in the chat room, but you know, you're all in my heart. I'm full of gratitude to all of you, our TRF team, regional coordinators, RP, RC, the district polio coordinators most especially. So thank you, dagang salamat. Maayong gabi. Remember, walk the talk, lead the way, give to polio. Salamat, Gov Penny. Nakaraos din.
Yeah, see you on Thursday.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll see you on Thursday for our TRF meeting. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Gov Jess was here. He was hindi siya maka-unmute eh. Gov Jess texted he wanted to say something, hindi siya naka-mute. Hi Gov Twinkle, happy birthday. Sana si Gov Twinkle.
Congrats, Go Mean, Go Penny.
Vicky, thank you ah.
Thank you, Govmian. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations to you guys. To you. This is yours. This is your Polio Summit.
Congrats, Govman.
Congrats, Congrats. Pare Twinkle.
Yeah, si Gina. Miss you.
Gob Lilo, enjoy
Thank you. Go Breeze.
President
Twinkle.